The pan-slavism starts from the Illyrian idea invented by Croatian nationalists, also called Croatian Illyrian movement. The primary book for that was the book of Mauro Orbini, Il Regno degli Slavi. Perhaps we shall see in details this. The full title of this book is Il Regno degli Slavi corrottamente detti schiavoni, Historia di Don Mauro Orbini, Ravseo. So we learn there is some words on the inlet. Translate this from Old Italian language, the see the truth. Translate the word schiavoni. As you can see, if the word is the only one in the Google Translate, we get translation as slaves. Let translate first the title from Old Italian language, the see the truth. Mention the words Slavi and schiavoni, those are the key. I am not going to lie to you, the words mean slave. Mention that there are names of countries like Dalmatia that do not exist, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, as already made a video about that bad word, but this Serbia now spells as Serbia, one letter difference but still means slave country. You have to see the video on this channel, why Slav and Serbian is a bad word, and what it means. Mention also, there is Russia and Bulgaria. Apparently the conspiracy started at that time. Mention that there are the words Slava, meaning glory, that falsifying of the word Slav, which continues to mean slave, is even in the title of this book. Also you can see the date in Roman numbers on the bottom. I converted it for you. Roman dating was using letters like M, D, C and I, so using converter we can see the date of the book is 1601 year, long before the communists and before the pan-slavism. Also, intriguing is that the Book of Orbini was before the history book made in Aton Monastery by St. Paisius of Hilander at 1762 year. That book is wrongly considered the fifth Bulgarian history. Nut was used for falsifying the history by changing the meaning of the title and even the letters. The copy of the manuscript made by the Yuri Venelin at 1762 year from the manuscript by St. Paisius of Hilander at 1762 year in Aton Monastery. The original, made by St. Paisius of Hilander, has never left Aton Monastery, and also the bishops are traitors and do not show the truth. And the truth is that the book was not Slavic. There is no Slavs. The title means Great Bulgarian History. Never ever was such Slavic or Slavs in the title. However, the book has influence from the pan-Slavic falsifiers like the Catherine I and her husband, Peter I, also Catherine II, called Catherine the Great. Although there is nothing great in falsifying history to make yourself look great, the Book of St. Paisius of Hilander has some concerning texts like all Slavs originate from Moscow. Repeat, all Slavs originate from Moscow. That is the pan-slavism in action at that time. In reality, nothing originate from Moscow except the lies. As you can see, the Catherine I was nobody, a simple girl inheritor of a farmer and woman in Minsk. She was never princess or royal. That is why making a false history like the Illyrian Slavic idea of Mauro Orbini was so good for a peasant to make herself great. Conceded that Tsar Peter was Emperor of Russia, and also supported his wife Marta Catherine I. Catherine II, or Catherine the Great, was the reigning Empress of Russia from 1762 to 1796. She came to power after overthrowing her husband, Peter III, under her long reign. Inspired by the ideas of the Enlightenment, Russia experienced a renaissance of culture and sciences, which led to the founding of many new cities and so on. She really blown the pan-Slavism and made herself great. As you can see, there was too many anti-Bulgarians in Russia and Croatia, all liars and falsifiers. Now get back to the Book of Orbini. The title, as you can see, the translation is The Kingdom of the Slavs, now corruptedly called Schiavoni History, by Don Mauro Orbini Ravseo. Apparently the translator has a problem telling the truth, but we already know that Schiavoni means slaves from the translation of that word before. Please like and subscribe, also share. First page looks like this. Well, the translation is on the next slide, and you can see the book is real. And that is the translation in English. Also, you can see that Orbini made an intro to his book. This is the second page. Just mentioning that the book is in very bad condition. Apparently even the owners did know it is not worth keeping it in good condition. And the book aged a lot. It is hard to understand it. This is what the software did understand from the second page. You can see UTF characters encoded and not much words are understood. But the software did it better than me. So we know. The book is real. It is from 1601 and is a bad one in all the meanings. Just in case someone did not get that the book is bad and ugly, page 3. Just in case someone did not get that the book is bad and ugly, page 3. The translation. The Illyrian Idea by Google AI. The Illyrian idea, referring to the historical and cultural association of South Slavs with the ancient Illyrians, has been a complex and evolving concept with roots in the 19th century. Yeah, we got that from AI. All false feeds in AI, so no trust, but had to mention the book of the Mauro Urbini on the right. That is the key. Reading the site for a while. 3 types of ideas for unification of the Slavs are defined based on the ideological centers: Western Czechoslovak reciprocity, Eastern Russian pan-Slavism, and Southern Croatian Illyrian movement. Lack of homogeneity has been a characteristic feature of all ideas for the unification of the Slavs, i.e. the ideas of an author were not strictly followed by succeeding authors. Language as a common heritage has underlain the idea of Czechoslovak, Slavic reciprocity. Russian pan-Slavism represented Russian politics among the Slavs. Croatian Illyrian movement, in turn, represented the common Slavic heritage in the form of a common state named Illyria. The linguistic issue has also played a significant role, but unlike the Czechoslovak Slavic reciprocity, the followers of the Illyrian movement regarded it as simply one step towards the restoration of the legendary Illyria. I repeat, legendary Illyria. Did you hear legendary Illyria? That think or country never existed, I repeat, never existed. This is a lie. This is a lie. As you can see, Russian pan-Slavism is invented from Croatian Illyrian movement, the Dalmatia on the front, the title page of the book of Mauro Urbini. That is Croatia now, and Dalmatia is a name of the place or the area. As you can see, the Wikipedia also has information like the Illyrian movement Croatian, Illyrski pokret Sloven. Illyrsko Gabanje was a pan-South Slavic cultural and political campaign with roots in the early modern period and revived by a group of young Croatian intellectuals during the first half of the 19th century, around the years of 1835 to 1863. Point 1. This movement aimed to create a Croatian national establishment in Austria-Hungary through linguistic and ethnic unity, and through it lay the foundation for cultural and linguistic unification of all South Slavs under the revived umbrella term, Illyrian. As you can also see, the genetics is not the same as the Bulgarian genetics, so only linguistic so-called unity remains. For detailed and easy to get the genetic comparison, see the video on this channel, comparing Bulgarian and European genes, including ancient origins and hidden history. For genetic comparison of Bulgarians with the blonde people like Croatia, Serbia, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and more in another video. Please like and subscribe, also share.